And so we have another expansion. So as we've done in all these different episodes, we've built a massive project through each and every single episode. For today's episode, I want to do something with all these sheep that I got right here. So inside this mountain right here, I want to build myself an automatic wool farm. Like in the last video, I want to give a shout out to Trilo MS for this tutorial. Bro really kept the tutorial to 55 seconds, which is just legendary. So we have a bunch of different things that we gotta get done so we can actually start working on this farm. So one of my first objectives is that I have to do a bunch of trading with all these villages right here so I can actually get a whole bunch of emeralds. So I can level up this guy right here so he will sell me glass. Now since we've got this little expansion right here, there is a small little potential that we might actually have a good amount of sand inside here. And when I say a good amount, I mean very few pieces. But every single little piece that I can get from this right here is something I will take. Ooh, interesting. There's glow glycogen right there. That's cool. 27 pieces is actually not too bad. I'm gonna save this sand right here since that is literally the only 27 pieces of sand that I have in this entire world. They're actually pretty valuable. So what I want to start off with is just level this guy up as much as possible. So that means I'm gonna buy a couple of bookshelves to give me some books. And with those books, I'm just gonna buy myself some quick charts and then disenchant them, buy, disenchant, buy, disenchant. Let's grab this grindstone right here, making sure we trade with this guy as absolutely much as possible. I'll even do the expensive guy just to get some more emeralds. And then we just level this guy up until he sells us glass. This one, it might take a while. That wasn't too bad. Now we finally have some glass, so we just gotta make sure as actively as possible get the glass from this guy. That's already 48, so it's not even that we need to do that many more buys. It's absolutely perfect, man. This is good. So what we need for this farm in terms of materials is we need some chests, observers, dispensers, hoppers, hopper minecart, rails, glass, redstone, shears, and trapdoors. And then, because it would be cool to add a little bit extra to it, I'm also going to need a bunch of item frames. I've already got a decent amount of leather, and if I should need any more leather, we got the cow, and I'm actually, which is a very good question right now, do we have more cows inside our world? Oh yeah, we have this cow now. Okay, so we can now also breed cows, which is actually massive. Something that's going to be needed quite a bunch of is iron for this one. Redstone, I'm absolutely good on, but iron is something that I very, very badly need. Now we got the fortune pickaxe. I think we spent the next day mining for iron, because that is not too much time wasted and it should be worth it. I hope. Before we do that, let's grab ourselves 48 more glass, which brings us to 1.5 stacks of glass, and I'm not even sure how much more than that we'll need. So for now, that's gonna just do it. So let's grab our coal and all the sticks that we got, and let's do some mining, baby. My inventory is basically filled up, and that was extremely unsuccessful. I got 5 pieces of raw iron, so yeah, we've already done a lot. We've already done a whole bunch of these and haven't found anything yet. Well, 5 pieces. This is not gonna do it. This really is not gonna cut it. I am not sure what to do right here. I need a bunch of iron, and I mean a bunch of iron. I think I saw iron golem up here, didn't I? Yes, I did. Let's take this guy out so we can start having iron golems spawn around here. Because then I suppose this might be the way to go instead of having to mine, I'm just gonna go and tear down a bunch of iron golems. In terms of materials, this is wonderful. That's about it though, unfortunately. Yeah, that was 4. That was literally almost more than our... Alright, that's what we do instead. Fortunately, my chest piece have also broken due to all these extremely annoying phantoms. I can just annoy these guys a little bit, get them to come close. This should give us a bunch of iron in no time whatsoever. Damn, man. This farm is working though. We got over a stack over here. Yeah, this is really, really cool, man. Anyways, now what we gotta do is we just kind of gotta... Where is it going? Thank you. So let's start tearing down this mountain right here so we can actually get this hopefully extremely good looking sheep farm going. Alright, so I've decided I want to go one step further back with the walls, but for now we can just do the front right here, since I'm just gonna have this here to see how much space is actually needed for this entire build. So what step number 1 is, I want to dig a hole right here where I want to put the observer, and I believe it should face the other way. It's the other way it's supposed to be. If I do that, yeah, it looks out like that. That is exactly what I wanted to, and then I want to do a redstone on the side. I then want to do a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So then down here, I want to place a double chest that is connected with a hopper. On top of the hopper itself, I want to put a rail and a hopper minecart. Then I'll need to go and grab a little bit of dirt. So then now is the point where I would love to have silk touch, but I'll just have to do it like this right here, which is honestly not really all that much of an issue. I just have to have the grass go slowly but surely through here. And I suppose the more I fill in here, the quicker it's gonna be in the long run. Fill as much dirt in here. I will actually change out the floor entirely at some point, but for now, so we can just have the grass move inside here, this should probably be the best thing to do. So then under here we have the chest, we have the minecart, blah, 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 yeah, you know what I mean. Then around on the sides right here, I'm gonna just place as much dirt as I can right now, because I need the grass around it so that the grass doesn't disappear. Alright, so that's plenty of dirt placed down. Then this block that's right here, I can just place a trapdoor so I can reach down and actually grab the things. Then on top of the observer, I want to get my dispensers, which are right here. And these are the ones that needs to be filled with shear, which I literally have 2 pieces of iron right now, but I'll just use them for now. We just gotta be very aggressive with the iron golem. Or actually, instead of wasting all the iron on shears, I can just literally get a shepherd and actually buy them from him from emeralds. I think that's a much better thing to do. Now, I'm just kind of waiting for the grass to start spreading inside here. I could just try and see if I can get a diamond hoe with silk touch on it, because that is a possibility. Why on a diamond hoe, you might ask? I have absolutely no idea. Let's maybe switch it out for one that has full durability. I also have a diamond pickaxe right here with efficiency 3. Let's try and mixture between those two and see if we can get silk touch by some luck. Damn, another fortune 3. Oh, silk touch right there. Perfect. Okay, nice. Yeah, I don't really care that it's just silk touch. All I wanted was silk touch, so that's perfect. That's gonna speed everything up. That is perfect. Let's get in there, place that down. Let's get over here. Let's throw that down as well, and then, you know what? While we're at it, let's go. Yeah, that's absolutely massive. Yeah, so we just gotta try and get a shepherd as well. That'd be really good. But then the last couple of things I need to do is I just need to place a piece of glass there, there, and then here and here, but I'm gonna wait until I have the sheep inside. I can place one there actually. Utterly impossible to just get one sheep, isn't it? It's really not. Okay. Then let's get the sheep inside. Come on, get your squunchy Johnsy in there, you know. Come on now. You know you got this. Alright, let's do that. No, you didn't get out. That's hey, yo, no. There we are. He's probably gonna eat that, so then yeah, that was what I didn't want to have happen. Let me just quickly fix that so he cannot ruin everything. Now everything should be spreading around at some point and spread into there, and then that's actually it right here. So now if we look down inside this chest right here, we got our first 2 pieces of orange wool. Now all I gotta do is just this exact thing, but all the way around in here. And we are having ourselves a massive sheep farm. Pretty simple. But there are still a lot more things I want to do though. Okay, I got these guys trapped right here. We now got a guy that's a loom guy. And when I say loom guy, I mean a shears guy, which means a shepherd guy, which at this point now, I'm going to just be quiet. So what I want from this guy is I want to just buy, well, let's see how many we can get. You know what? That's a solid. No, if I drop those there, oh, god damn it. We got a bunch of shears from this guy. I hate when I do that. It gives me like trouble getting them back. I don't know why I keep on doing that accidentally. There we are. Also got another book guy trap right here. I'm just gonna keep on changing this until I'll get an enchantment that's actually useful, but for now, that's really not what I care about. I'm not really sure how many shears I'll need, so this right here should probably, yeah, this should plenty do it, and I'm thinking this is even way too much, so that's a good thing. Hey yo, what the fuck, bro? So let's throw down a barrel right here that we can absolutely just annihilate with shears inside. So now all we really need now is just a bunch of hoppers, a bunch of hopper minecarts, and then we can absolutely go crazy inside here. Decent amount more materials added to the collection over here, and also almost, unfortunately not quite, but almost 2 stacks of iron. So let's just start smelting all of these down so we can actually put them into proper use. Copper? I ain't gonna run out of that, that's for sure though. Never gonna run out of copper, it seems. On that front, I'm very good. And you know what? That's actually a really good I can probably take this guy out as well. Yeah. So it's basically about 2 blocks distance from these guys. You're always going to be solid. Just a quick tip, because it is pretty scary and risky to take these guys out, but 2 blocks distance, you're good. Now, I'm not 100% confident if all of this iron here is actually going to be enough to do this build in here, but at least for now, I think it's a very solid start. And as well as that, it didn't take me that long. Believe it was like 15 minutes, something like that. I found a better level to actually go for the iron, because I think the level I chose earlier was just a really bad level, so I'm almost down at deep slate level. I'm like probably like between 5 to 8 blocks over it, I'd say, something like that. That seems to be a really good level where to find iron. That's at least what I kind of like trying to do my research towards. That seems to be a really good level, so worked pretty well right now. It's not greatness, but I feel like it's a solid area. Yeah, keep that in mind if you ever go for it yourself. Almost 2.5 stacks, man. Yeah, this farm was an incredible idea. I think as soon as this iron is smelted, let's work on this. I'm just gonna point this out really quick before anybody start calling me out in the comments down below. If I had just turned these around, there could have been so many more sheep farms next to each other. So I might actually have to redo all of it. So instead of having it be like 1, 2, 3, 4, actually it's 5 to the sides. It can be like so much closer if I just fill them a little back instead of I just kind of switch them around a little bit. It would be like much easier. It would give me so much more space. But still, we got a couple of different colors in here right now. We got pink, we got light gray, we got green, we got orange, another orange. I just don't have any item frames right now, so I can just slowly but surely get a couple of different dyes. I just got a pink dye right here for a little bit of bone meal mixed in with a red flour. I want a bunch of pink dye so I can actually work on the front face right here and the insides as well. So if I can just get a handful of wool at this point right here, I can really start working on this build. So I've been building a little bit around in a creative world, and I think I've come up with the idea that I want for the head of the sheep. So with that, I'm gonna need another stone cutter to hopefully get some white concrete. Yeah, that was not too shabby, man. We only had to go through 4 of them. So let's buy all the white concrete we can get from this guy. Now I'm going to need a bunch more than just 12. I'm not going to need an insane amount. I'm going to need probably around half a stack to a stack, I'd say. So he should be able to sell me like in a couple of seconds again so we can get the first 24. And then we'll have to wait for a little bit, but while we wait, we can always just start working on the build itself. Well, hopefully he'll sell me soon. He's being a little stingy. Now all we have to do is decide which color I want to make the actual head itself. Do I want to make it just casual white? Do I want to make it pink? Do I want to make it orange? No, I'm definitely 100% not going to make it orange. I think I might actually go with either white or pink. And I've already decided in my head that it's going to be white due to the fact that pink is going to be the mouth. So I'm just going to make it boring, normal white. But I do think it works. Like, it works a lot. Like, how do you explain it? It is actual sheep color. Well, all of them are, but I hope you know what I mean. I am pretty bad at explaining it, it seems. But we can just take a bunch of bone meal and turn it into white dye and then turn all of the other colored wool into the white ones. Although I more than likely do not have any bone meal whatsoever because I've been spending it all on everything, man. And I probably shouldn't waste it like I'm doing right now, but I'm still doing it, so seems like no one is going to stop me on that one. Alright, there we got 12 more, so now we're starting to get there. So this definitely shouldn't actually take long whatsoever to build. This should be a very fast build, at least from the outside it is. Inside is a different story. So if we do a quick swoop of the floor right here, and we can just fill this in with all the pink wool. Then around the outside we can remove this one face right here and fill that in with the pink wool on top of that, just like we did before. Then around the mouth itself I want to do one layer of white wool. Then what I want to do is I want to go 2 blocks out and a third one, but the 2 is for the white terracotta and then the white wool on the outside. Then if we just build our way up here, on top of here I want to go 2 blocks high. And then if I fill a couple more blocks in right there, we have now ran out. Yeah, this might be an issue, bro. We need this guy to sell us a lot more, but he's not really giving me all that much. I'm gonna have to wait now a full day before I can actually get more. You know what? It's okay. We can do the rest of the things that we want to do, so all we really have to do is just fill it in as time goes by. So what I need to do is do an open of 2, and then of course the third one for the wool. We have that right there. That means in the middle right there is where we need the white concrete. So on the side right here, we can also build up if we just remove a little bit of this tree right here, or beautiful tree, which I absolutely hate to remove, but it's gotta get done. So then right here we have gone 2 up. Then I need some sort of color for the eye of the sheep, and I think just gray wool seems fine to me. So we have the 2 blocks up right here, which means if I do double that and then double white, move a bit of this side right here and just keep on going up with the white wool, and then replicate that literally right here. I have to fill terracotta in the middle, another block of white terracotta on the top as well. So that would mean that I would need to raise this 1 and then just go all the way through. Wow, that was ridiculously lucky that I just had the exact amount of white wool. Well, looks pretty odd right now, that's for sure. As soon as he sells me terracotta, maybe only 2. It might actually only be 2 if we're very lucky. Not sure we're gonna be that lucky though. He still isn't ready. As soon as it hits daytime, he'll probably be ready. Well, I suppose while we wait for that, we can always work on the inside. So how much pink that is? Not a lot of pink wool, man. But I just kind of want the pink wool to go all the way through around on the... I guess you could suppose you could call it like the tongue up, if that's what you want. You just fill this in right here, and then now we kind of have to wait until we get more. So I might have to get some more dye and then just turn it myself. Or you know what? I could also just use my brain and just shear these sheeps over here. And then take all the orange one and turn them into pink. The farm itself isn't going to give me like a crazy amount of wool, but over time, that's when it's going to come into play. Because I might not need to use wool for any projects for a while, and then at some point I'm going to need a bunch and everything will just be ready inside here. So the front is now finished. The inside has been worked on as much as I possibly can with the time limit that I had. So there's just a couple more details. What I want to do is I want to make every wall behind and the roof the color of the specific sheep that I want. So I'm going to do just like 1 green. I'm going to do double whites, double orange, then double grays. And then I'm going to just extend it further back and kind of just have like a theme like this going throughout the build. So I'm just going to change these out with the dye slowly but surely with time. And as you can see as well, I've added a bunch more to each room. So instead of having them really far apart, I've made them much closer to make it more efficient. Now I could have made it even closer with this one right here, but I kind of like the fact that they like separate like this, if that makes sense. I think that looks cool. But yeah, at this point right now we hit day 90, so the border is going to extend. Unfortunately, sometimes this is just the fact of doing it with the 10-day limits that we can't absolutely complete all the builds, but we got the gist of it down and it looks pretty awesome and it's gonna get good. It's gonna get really good, man. I like it. It's just a couple more details and this build is done. Now the border is gonna expand.